What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Anthony from Knicks Nation, and we are live for another post game. Knicks just finished up their preseason win number 2. They just demolished the Indiana Pacers. The game is actually final. Knicks win 131 to 114. Just an all around great game for the New York Knicks. I'm excited, man. There was a lot of good things that we saw in this game, especially from Obi Toppin, especially from Emmanuel Quickly, especially from Jalen Brunson. There was a lot of great things, and I'm just all in all excited. Um, this performance here from I want to talk about Obi Toppin because he came in the game and he provided his energy like he always does, and it was just remarkable to see. Obi Toppin finished the game with 24 points, and he had a ton of energy and he had a ton of highlight reels today, and you can't ask for anything more from Obi Toppin. I mean, this dude, he only played 20 minutes, came in this game and dominated. Shot 71% from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. I mean, plus 16, 24 points. Obi Toppin was a real deal today, and I'm just proud of him. He said he worked in the gym all summer, and it's clearly showing. He was even playing like legit solid defense for this team tonight, and he was taking over the game. Indiana had no answer for him. The Pacers, they pretty much held their hands up because Obi Toppin balled his ass out tonight, and I'm just happy that he's finally getting the recognition he deserves because obviously he's a fan favorite here, and I'm just happy. I'm excited for his upcoming season because I think that Obi Toppin is going to have a big year this year. And also, I want to talk about Jalen Brunson. Let's go through the box score real quick. Let me share my screen. Present. Let's go to the box score real quick. All right, here we go. First of all, RJ Barrett came into the game already during his first preseason game. He shot really well from downtown, and today he shot 4 or 7 from 3. If he can shoot about 35 to 40% from 3, I think the Knicks will take that. Like, I think they'll take that any day. He really came into the game and he really showed us that he's improved on his 3-point shot. 6 for 15, 40% from the field. Not too crazy, but look, he scored 18 points in the limited minutes that he had, 27 minutes. The main thing was that he's hitting his 3-point shots and he's hitting his free throws. 2 for 2 from free throws today again. And if RJ Barrett can continue to grow on that and continue to have success at the line and can continue to have success shooting threes, that really bodes well for him during the season, because we all know that RJ Barrett worked really hard on his 3-point shot, and so far during these 2 preseason games, it's really showing. Julius Randle came out slow. He had a slow start again. He only scored 15 points. Sorry about that. Julius Randle came out of the game really slow, but he really picked it up during that second quarter and into the third quarter. He really picked it up. The Knicks pushed the pace, and he was pushing the ball up the floor. Seemed like the Knicks were taking turns back and forth between Jalen Brunson and between RJ Barrett and then it was Julius Randle's turn. So if they can do that all season, if they could take turns, look, sign me up for that, because Julius Randle didn't really make too many mistakes tonight, and that's all you can ask for. But the thing about Julius Randle that I don't understand is that he's not a good 3-point shooter, yet he keeps taking these threes. Like, granted, you're wide open, but you're not a great efficient shooter, so therefore I don't understand why you keep taking these threes. So I just want him to pull back on those 3-point attempts a little bit. 1 for 7. Like, why? You shouldn't be taking 7 3-point attempts, in my opinion. You're not that guy. You're not a great 3-point shooter. Yes, you worked on it during the offseason, but we know that your efficiency in shooting those shots aren't that great. So my cry to Julius Randle would just be to chill out on the threes, because this team already has enough 3-point shooters. You have Brunson, Barrett, Fournier when he's starting. Then you have Grimes coming off the bench quickly. We don't need Julius Randle to be shooting threes. We just don't. Then you have Mitch, another solid game from Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, 10 points, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. He hit both of his free throws. That's all you can ask for from Mitchell Robinson. Played good defense. He's a beast on the offensive boards, man. Mitchell Robinson, he really worked on his last season. He was a beast, grabbing offensive rebounds, and you can tell that he really strives to be the best offensive rebound in the game, and he is one of the best. I mean, I believe last season he finished second in offensive rebounding. So if he can continue on that, Mitchell Robinson is going to be fine. He just has to stay healthy. And then Jalen Brunson, man. Jalen Brunson, oh, man, it feels so good to have a point guard. You know, Jalen Brunson, he gets to the paint at will. He gets foul calls. He lives at the line. It seems like he's always going to the free throw line. He's crafty. He gets to the paint. He can work the pick and rolls. He can shoot the ball. And he's not that fast. He's not that quick, explosive point guard that we've seen, that we see in the NBA. But he just has his own little way, his own little style that can really take over the game. And during the first half, he was getting to the paint at will. He was living at the free throw line. He shot 9 free throws, made all 9 of them, 100%, 17 points, 5 assists, 22 minutes. Look, Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett are going to average, I think they're going to average 20 points and above. I think Jalen Brunson is going to average about 20 to 23 points a game, and I think RJ Barrett's going to take that leap, and RJ Barrett's going to average about 22 to 24 because those two players play really well off of each other, and those two players really have shined during these first 2 preseason games. Granted, it's preseason, but I like what I've seen. I mean, Jalen Brunson, I mean, we all knew what he did last season. We all knew what he did during the playoffs. He's really showing us that he's worth that contract and that he's worth all of it because Brunson is – his style of play is just so crafty, you know, and the Knicks have been missing that for a while, and it's so refreshing to see that on our team because we haven't had that in a while. Granted, we have Derrick Rose, but Derrick Rose works well off the bench, and he plays limited minutes. He's going to play about like 15 to 20 minutes a game, I would say. But Brunson, really, really well-played game tonight, and I'm just thrilled about what I've seen from Jalen Brunson. Tyler in the chat. What's up, Tyler? JB makes this team so much fun to watch. Nice to have a real floor general. I agree with you, man. JB is that dude, man. And these first 2 preseason games, he has shown us that he is that New York point guard that we've been waiting for, and that he has that it factor. And he plays at a certain pace. Like he calms the tempo, but he can also speed up the tempo. Jalen Brunson is going to be a sneaky good point guard in the East, and I think that he has a chance to make the All-Star team, but obviously we know that the East is filled with great point guards, but Jalen Brunson is that dude, and he, once again, tonight, balled out. Simply just balled out. 17 points, 5 assists. The assist numbers are great, too. I mean, in the limited amount of time that he played, 22 minutes, he had 5 assists. I mean, you can't really ask for more. That's if he plays, granted, if he plays like 40 minutes a game, that's about 8-9 assists a game. I mean, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett so far. I mean, RJ Barrett is showing us that he's ready and he's a star in this league. And I think this year he's going to shut a lot of people up, and he's going to be that all-star, and he's going to shut a lot of the haters up. And look, I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. RJ Barrett with another strong performance. Let's get back to this box score. Cam Reddish started the game because Evan Fournier was resting due to just rest, normal rest, veteran rest during the preseason. That's normal. Cam Reddish started off really slow. You can tell that his ankle injury was bothering him. On the defensive end, he was sort of lacking a little bit. Offensively, he was sort of lacking. Cam Reddish, but Cam Reddish picked it up in that third quarter. He really came out. He had that intensity on the defensive floor. He had that intensity on the offensive floor. He made that crazy reverse layup that we all saw. We see the upside with Reddish. Didn't really finish with – he finished with 2 points. Not a great game from Cam Reddish, but he's coming off an injury. He has that ankle injury. So I'm not gonna look into this too much. And I think that this was his opportunity to shine, really. But you know, it's hard for a player. It seemed like he was lacking confidence during the first 2 quarters. And once you lack confidence, I don't think that you're gonna play well. And he showed that he didn't really play well. But then third quarter, he came out really well, and he played really, really awesome during that third quarter, and I was impressed. Um, Larry James, what's up? I thought IQ was supposed to be like Maxi, and Cam Reddish was supposed to be like Anthony Edwards. What happened? IQ is like Maxi, man. What are you talking about? IQ is like if Maxi is going to be an all-star this year, I would say IQ is like a step down from Maxi, but they're like similar players to me. Cam Reddish was supposed to be Anthony Edwards. Who said Cam Reddish was supposed to be Anthony Edwards? Where did you hear that from? I've never heard that. Cam Reddish was supposed to be like Anthony Edwards. Look, coming out of college, Cam Reddish had a lot of upside. We knew what Cam Reddish could do, but he's just been injured a lot, and injuries have plagued his playing time, and that has hurt him throughout his young career. And every time he shows something, he's getting hurt, and it's just that can't really you can't really build up momentum that way. You have to either stay consistent, stay healthy, and just play well. I still think Cam Reddish is going to have a role on this team. Granted, it might be a small role, but I do think Cam Reddish has a role on this team. I don't think he's going to be buried on the bench. But when you got Grimes coming back, when you got Fournier starting, Cam Reddish, I don't see him playing more than 10 minutes a game, if that. I mean, with everyone healthy, I think that Cam is on the outside looking in. And Larry James said Tyrese Maxey is ranked 42 in the NBA, and Anthony Edwards is 25 in the NBA by ESPN. And IQ and Cam are not even the top. I mean, Maxey is nice. Anthony Edwards is a star already, but who's comparing IQ and Cam to those players? I mean, I don't care about top 100 lists. Like, I really don't. We've already seen that ESPN's top 100 list is trash. They've ranked RJ Barrett like super low. They have Jalen Brunson low. Like, I don't really fall for those lists. But yeah, let's get back to the game. But I appreciate you commenting, Larry James. I really do. Appreciate the feedback. Yeah, let's get back to Isaiah Hartenstein. Didn't really do much tonight. He took a step back from last game. I put out a previous video on my YouTube really talking up Isaiah Hartenstein, but tonight was really a down game for him. He always has that effort. We all know what he can do around the rim. We all know what he can do around the 3-point line. He didn't attempt a 3 tonight. No, actually he did. He attempted 3 threes. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong one, but iHeart didn't really have a great game, but hey, he's a backup center. That's bound to help. And Derrick Rose came in and he really bounced back from last game, playing 5 minutes last game to 12 minutes. Like I said, he doesn't really need to play in the preseason. Derrick Rose is a veteran. We don't need Derrick Rose to be playing in the preseason. We know what Derrick Rose is. 7 points for Rose, 3 assists. He showed the pace, hit all 3 of his free throws. And then you have Miles McBride came in, hit 2 threes, 6 points. He's just a pest on the defensive end, man. McBride is going to be that dude that's going to have to fight his way in the rotation, because I think Miles McBride needs playing time. And I don't know where you find those minutes. I really don't. But Miles McBride, to me, is that other X factor for the Knicks. They're going to use him situationally. They're going to use him on the defensive floor during critical defensive stops, sort of like they used Frank Ntilikina when Frank Ntilikina was here. But Miles McBride is a better offensive player than Frank. He's just showing his growth from his first year to his second year. He's showing me and he's showing all of us as Knicks fans that he's ready and he deserves playing time. I don't want to see Miles McBride buried on the bench. I really don't, because he's young, he's hungry, and he damn sure knows how to play defense. And the Knicks need that on their team. Nice to see Jericho Sims back. 12 minutes. Didn't play last game, but brings the energy, of course. He's going to be a break glass. if an emergency happens with Mitch and iHeart, God forbid one of those guys goes down, you're going to see Jericho Sims step up and take one of their spots. But nice to see Jericho Sims back. And then who haven't we touched on? Yeah. But yeah, let's go back to Obi Toppin, right? Boy, man, he really knows how to freaking get a crowd wild up, man. Obi Toppin is one of those players, fan favorite, local kid, went to high school in Ossining. Man, Obi, I'm glad the Knicks didn't trade Obi Toppin because he's showing you this year so far. It's preseason. I know it's a small sample size, but he's showing you that he's ready, man. And if I see Obi Toppin play less than 20 minutes a game, I'm going to go crazy. Obi Toppin needs to be playing 20 minutes and above. Okay. Obi Toppin does not need to be playing 15 to 20 minutes. Granted, tonight he played, how much did he played 20 minutes and dropped 24 points, had like 10 million highlight reels, and played his ass off on the defensive end. And in 20 minutes, like, imagine if he's playing like 25, 30 minutes a game, and he has, I mean, look, he has Julius Randle in front of him. I get it, but Tom Thibodeau admitted that, look, he should have played Obi Toppin more last season. Obi Toppin needs to play more. And if Obi Toppin is not playing more, I'm going to raise hell, and a lot of Knicks fans are going to raise hell because you drafted him with a lottery pick. You didn't really play him much last season. So I'm just excited, man. Obi Toppin tonight he really, like, did everything for the Knicks. Like, defensively, offensively. You see why people love this guy, and you see why they want him to succeed, and you see why he's such a fan favorite. Because nights like tonight, like, granted, he's not going to shoot 71% from the field. He's not going to shoot 4-7 from 3, 57% from the three-point line every night. But if he can give you 15 to 20 minutes a game and bring that energy off the bench, that's huge for the Knicks, man. And that's going to be a major X factor coming off the bench, along with Quickly, Rose, iHeart, Grimes. That second unit is going to be really intriguing to watch, and that second unit is going to be really fun to watch. Great game from Obi Toppin. He's my player of the game. Because why not, man? He's freaking blocked the shot, ran down the court, did an in between the legs dunk. Like, it's crazy. But shout out to everyone watching. Really appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all in the chat. If you're new here, please subscribe, like this video, hit that like button. Really helps out the channel. I'm going to be doing post games all season long. So yeah. We have another question. Larry James. Appreciate y'all, Larry James. Appreciate you, Larry James, in the chat. RJ Barrett is looking good. He needs to be the #1 option on the team. Listen, let me tell you about RJ Barrett, man. These first couple of games have really impressed me with RJ. Like, his shot looks fluid. His shot looks pure. He's not hesitating whatsoever. He's hitting his free throw shots. He's still not getting some foul calls, which is, like, absurd to me. But yeah, great game from RJ Barrett. Excuse me. Yeah, RJ Barrett's going to be a star in this league. So put some respect on RJ Barrett's name. Respect him. Appreciate you, Larry. Again, Obi Toppin is going to be 25. I think his age plays a part. I don't think so, because Jalen Brunson is also 25. Or is he 20? I think he just turned 26. But I don't think Obi Toppin's age is going to be, I don't think that matters at all. Like, he's one of the youngest players on the team. He's younger than Julius Randle. So I don't, like, on when Obi Toppin is on that second unit, you have Quickly, Grimes, Rose, iHeart. 25. Let's not make 25 like 25 is old, 25 is still young, man. Obi Toppin is not even in his prime yet. And he's sitting there blocking shots, doing between the leg dunks and freaking windmill dunks in game, blowing the roof off. The crowd is chanting his name. you just can't ask for more from the dude. You just can't. Yeah, and Indiana didn't really. The Indiana Pacers final score was obviously 131 to 114. Knicks blow out the Pacers. Indiana didn't really show me much. Granted, you had Halliburton drop 20 and 7 assists, but what today has shown me is that the Knicks are better than the Indiana Pacers. The Knicks are clearly better than the Detroit Pistons. And the Knicks are going to be a play-in team, ladies and gentlemen. Like, lock it in. There's no reason why they can't be a playoff team. With this current unit, I'm really happy and I'm really excited for what's to come. But tonight, all in all, great performance from the team. Like I said, Obi Toppin is a player of the game. Jalen Brunson is great to have a good point guard in the city. It's great to have a point guard with that New York grit. And it's just refreshing to have a point guard that knows what the F he's doing. Like Jalen Brunson seems like that dude. I don't want to get crazy. Two preseason games. But Jalen Brunson is that dude, ladies and gentlemen. And he's shown you that he can get to the line. He can get to the rack. He could shoot the three. He could play the pick and roll. And he can play defense. So pairing him with an improved RJ Barrett, a hopefully improved Julius Randle, which I seem like, what do you guys think? What is Julius Randle's role? Like, I don't really understand. I mean, he's not gonna be our 1A anymore because last year we needed Julius Randle to do literally everything. But this year with Jalen Brunson, like, what do you guys think Julius Randle's role is going to be on this team? Like, because a lot of times tonight, Julius Randle was in the corner, and I think like the Knicks offense is going to run with Brunson, Julius in the corner, or Julius giving Brunson a screen. Because a lot of plays I saw Julius Randle in the corner, and like that's interesting to me because like why are you sticking Julius in the corner? And he's not a good efficient 3-point shooter, and he's still chucking up the threes. He's still he's in this role. I like Julius Randle. Like, to be honest with you, 11 field goal attempts, not doing too much, not pushing it. He's not forcing it. So I think Julius Randle in this role is like really gonna help him and help the team because Jalen Brunson now is the ball handler. Last year, Julius Randle obviously brought the ball up a lot. Julius Randle we all know last year was a disaster. But now I think Julius Randle is like the C. Jalen Brunson's the A, RJ Barrett's the B, and I think Julius Randle's the C. I think RJ Barrett has surpassed Julius Randle, and that's great to see, man, because we need RJ to become a star, and we know what Julius is capable of. Like, it'll be nice if Julius can average about 15 to 20 points. Obviously, some nights when Brunson and Barrett aren't having it and Julius is going, you're going to have nights like that when Brunson is having it and Randle's not and Barrett's having it, or vice versa. Just switch out any of those three. But I think most nights Jalen Brunson is going to have it. Most nights RJ Barrett's going to have it. And most nights Julius is not going to have it. But, I sort of like Julius Randle in this role, not doing too much. I just wish, like I said earlier, I wish Julius Randle would stop forcing so many threes because you're not an efficient 3-point shooter. So please just, for my sake, just stop forcing threes, because if Barrett's a good 3-point shooter, and then you have Fournier, Brunson shooting threes quickly, like we don't need Julius to shoot threes. Like we don't. Just do what you do in the paint and play solid defense, because look, that's all we need from Julius. Larry James, appreciate you in the chat, man. RJ Barrett is the A. It needs to be the A in order for us to win. I agree. RJ Barrett. Although, is RJ Barrett the A? I would say if you think RJ Barrett is the A, then I think Jalen Brunson is like his A, B. Like they're like neck and neck, because I think Brunson can unlock some things from Barrett. Barrett can unlock some things from Brunson, and I think those two really work well together. And I like the role that Barrett has. You know, he's not. It's similar to last year. Barrett's not forcing anything really. He's letting the game come to him. And tonight he was hitting his open threes early on, getting to the rack, getting to the line. RJ Barrett, I'm not worried about RJ Barrett at all. He's still super young, got his contract. We get it. I think this year he's going to be an all-star. If not an all-star, he's going to be damn close to it. Because I see RJ averaging more than 20 points. I see Brunson averaging more than 20 points. I see Julius taking a step back a little bit, because the Knicks don't need to ask Julius to do as much now that you have a legit point guard. So, yeah, I agree with you. RJ Barrett, depending who you ask, RJ Barrett is either the A or the B. But I think it really doesn't matter. As long as RJ Barrett and Brunson are playing well, I think that's going to be key for the Knicks' success tonight. Yeah, man, all in all, great game. Indiana Pacers, like I said, didn't impress me. Preseason game number 2, we play again on Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Let's see if we get some quotes from Tom Thibodeau. We got a tweet from Begley. Ian Begley. New York Knicks starters combined for 13 assists and just 1 turnover in win versus Indiana. New York has shared the ball well in Jalen Brunson's first preseason game. Club has 25 assists and 9 turnovers overall versus Indiana, and 27 assists in win versus Detroit. That's another thing. The Knicks are not turning the ball over. Like, they're just not. How many turnovers did they have tonight? 9 turnovers. Like, that's like really good. Like 9 turnovers in a game is like really good. Pacers had 19 for comparison. 19 turnovers for the Pacers. The Knicks had 9. You're turning the ball over 9 times in a game. That's amazing. Like, you can't ask for anything more than that. Yeah, man, like 9 turnovers, like that's great. They weren't even turning the ball over versus Detroit either. So, look, we're in a tough division. I'll tell you that. You got the Nets, Celtics, Sixers, and the Knicks. Am I missing anybody? No, I don't think no, the Raptors. We're in a tough division. I get that. It's going to be tough all year. It's going to be a grind, but we can take what we can get, man. We got to take what you can get. See if we can pull up some more quotes. See if Tom Thibodeau has spoken. I don't think he's spoken yet. I see a tweet here. Obi Toppin is having a better night than Max Scherzer. If you're a Nets fan, if you're a Mets fan, I'm sorry. Shout out to the Mets. You still have 2 games if they lose tonight. That was a funny tweet by Steve Popper. But yeah. Yeah, we're 2-0 in the preseason. Obi Toppin in 20 minutes, 24 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks. Dude is a baller, man. Put some respect on Obi Toppin's name, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to y'all watching. Once again, my name is Anthony from Knicks Nation. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Really appreciate y'all. Gonna have post games all year long. Gonna be coming at you live during post games, some pre games. The next game is going to be on Wednesday. Then season starts in about a week and a half. First, the Memphis Grizzlies on October 19th. It's going to be a tough matchup, but look, I think we can win that game. I really do. Like, Memphis has some injuries right now that they're dealing with, and I think the Knicks can sneak up on them and win that game. But yeah, man. Anyone else I want to talk about? iHeart didn't really do much tonight. OB played his ass off. We talked about McBride. Nice to see Sims back playing. He had his hand taped up, so there was a picture during the offseason. I think he had thumb surgery during the offseason or hand surgery. But he's back. He's healthy. Julius Randle, nice to see him playing the role that he's playing. Like I said, I would like if Julius Randle takes less than 7 threes. You are not a three-point shooter, so please stop taking three-point shots. Mitchell Robinson, 18 minutes. Excuse me. Does what Mitchell Robinson does. Shoots 80% from the field, 2 for 2 from the line, 9 rebounds. Can't ask for more from Mitchell Robinson. Quickly, really love what I see from Quickly, man. He's really playing solid defense. He really is underrated defensively. And Top Thibodeau said that the other day, that Emmanuel Quickly is an underrated defender. He's an underrated offensive player, depending on who you ask. Because last season his 3-point field goal percentage really took a turn for the worst, but he bounced back, and obviously he wants to look to improve that this year. So far during the preseason, he's knocking down his threes, man. Emmanuel Quickly. Shout out to Emmanuel Quickly. Look, shout out to our young guys, man. Like, shout out to Emmanuel Quickly. Shout out to Obi Toppin. Like, I wish Quentin Grimes was here playing, because I'm sure if Quentin Grimes was playing during these preseason games, we would see his improvement too. These guys have, like, during the summer, you can tell they really worked on the things that they said they were going to work on. Emmanuel Quickly working on his three-point shot, working on his floaters, got stronger, got brolic. Obi Toppin working on his post moves, working on his dribbling, his handling, his three-point shot. He's just a big ball of energy, Obi Toppin, and you could tell he worked a lot during the offseason. So shout out to the young guys, man. And RJ Barrett, man, just keep improving every year, and you're going to be that all-star. So, yeah, man, really happy. Like I said, shout out to y'all in the chat. Let's see if we got any more questions in the chat. Larry James really taking over the chat, huh? Come on, y'all. We got 13 people in here. Ask me something in the chat. Let's go through the chat. Come on, chat. Wake up. Ask me something. Ask me something. What did you think about tonight's game? Like, what do you think about the Knicks? What do you think about their overall direction? What do you think about Brunson? What do you think? Like, how do you think Brunson looks? Type in the chat. Let's see if we got any quotes. But yeah, game 2 preseason is over. Knicks look good. Coach looks good. Thibodeau, he was tight during that. He was mad during the first quarter. I saw him like put his fist out and call a timeout. The Knicks, they were lackadaisical on the defensive end, but it's Tom Thibodeau. We know how Tom Thibodeau is. So, yeah, man, overall great game. New York Knicks are 2-0 during the preseason. You can't really ask for more. I mean, they've shown us on both sides of the floor, defensively and offensively. They're playing really well. They're really playing for the coach. They're really playing for Thibs, and that matters. So, yeah, man, we're back at it again next Wednesday. Knicks play the Pacers again, I believe, in Indiana. So, shout out to all y'all in the chat. Really appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Once again, I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation, and let's go Knicks. And we look good, y'all. We look good. So, once again, appreciate y'all, and have a good night, and stay blessed.